expected to seek out the best. Two words to describe the activity.
The Yoruba Unity Forum is conducted.
Be the first to know. From the north, south, east, west, and around Africa.
Presidential
We break the news.
Women in Nigeria.
Now you can catch all the actions live as the news breaks. We are Core TV News.
Welcome to Core TV Primetime
A
News.
24-hour news station.
Beautiful Wednesday morning here in Lagos. Good morning to you and welcome to Core Digest, where we'll bring you in-depth review and analysis of stories as they break in Nigeria. I'm so excited to be here today. About 4,000 people die every minute in the world. So if you're there watching television, I want to say congratulations to you. But the big question is, what are you planning to do with time this morning? Countdown to the 2015 elections. I mean, when exactly was it 1st of January that we were basking in the euphoria of a new year? It's day 4 in the month of February. Just 10 more days to go to the February 14 election. Exactly how time is counting down for you too. How much more days really do you have to your destiny, quote and unquote? I think the right time to do what you've always planned to do is now. No time to check time, like they say in the local parlance. Let's start with this very interesting story. And this is, of course, how you also measure the degree of how much relationship do exist between the country called Nigeria and the rest of the world. Of course, we've had a lot of promises from the Western world as regards fighting terrorism with us, especially with the wake of the abduction of over 200 Chibok girls. This time around, the United States Department of State has warned its citizens in and outside Nigeria to avoid traveling to Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe, the 3 states most ravaged by insurgency. They were cited insecurity in the region, and they also described the situation in the northeast Nigeria as remaining fluid and unpredictable. 3 southern states, though, were also added to the list of no-go zones. The U.S. Department of State strongly urges U.S. citizens in Nigeria to consider their own personal security and to keep personal safety in the forefront of their traveling plan. That was exactly what they said yesterday. The department continues to recommend against all but essential travel to the following states due to the risk of kidnappings, robberies, and other armed attacks. This include Adamawa, Bauchi, Bayelsa, Borno, Delta, Gombe, Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Niger, Plateau, Rivers, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zamfara. Okay, I'll expect calls from this region this morning. And let's find out what the security situation really is like in your place. We have a lot of callers from Niger. I'm wondering how you get to call on the show if the U.S. is saying that their citizens should not go to your state. I mean, how come you survive and they don't expect the white man to survive in your region? We want to find out what the security situation is like in your own area, especially if you reside in Adamawa, Bauchi, Bayelsa. Of course, in Adamawa, the Nigerian military told us recently that about 10 local governments in that area recently, I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, have been recovered from the Boko Haram insurgents. So let's find out what the security situation is in your place. If you're in Bauchi, Bayelsa is Mr. President's state. I'm wondering why that is also being mentioned by the United States Department of State as states that are high prone to kidnappings, robberies, and other armed attacks. Borno, Delta. We've also had a couple of callers from Warri. So Warri guys, let's find out what's actually happening in Delta, in Gombe, Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Niger, Plateau, Rivers, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zamfara. I'm wondering how many other states are remaining really in Nigeria. The statement further says there was a possibility of an outbreak of violence during the election, adding that Nigerian armed forces were incapable of guaranteeing the safety of U.S. citizens. Okay, we have a caller already. Where exactly are you calling from?
I'm calling from Adamawa State.
Adamawa is mentioned on this list. What exactly is the situation, the security situation like? What's your name, please?
My name is Musa.
Musa, all right, go ahead. Tell me about Adamawa.
In Adamawa State, there is no cause for alarm. Everything is peaceful as far as Adamawa is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
You There is no problem at all in Adamawa. Everything is cool. People are going for their normal business.
What part of Adamawa states do you live?
I'm now in Jimeta.
Jimeta. What about those local governments they say are still under the leadership of Boko Haram?
And many of them have already been recovered by the military.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So you are saying that U.S. citizens can come over to your state, no cause for alarm?
I swear there is no cause for alarm. There are many white men here now
I see.
working here. No problem at all.
It's all right. Thank you very much, Musa. Let's also find out from other people. We got someone from Adamawa. Of course, we have Bauchi, Bayelsa, Borno, Delta, Gombe, Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Niger, Plateau. We have Rivers also on this list, as well as Sokoto and Yobe. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Can you turn down the volume of your TV set for me?
Okay.
I'm waiting. I think it's better now. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm David, calling from Warri.
From Warri. Okay, tell me about the security situation in Warri.
Warri is calm, man. This is not that.
Really?
Yes.
No kidnapping, no robberies, no armed attacks?
These are normal things now. These are normal things.
My brother, you don't spoil them. You're saying kidnappings, robberies, and armed attacks are normal things. It's all right. Let's hear from someone else in Delta State. I mean, from other states. Of course, we got Adamawa Delta. Let's find out if we can get Bauchi from Bayelsa. We have Kano, we have Kaduna, we have Jigawa, we have Zamfara, we have Sokoto, we have Kebbi, we have Plateau on this list as well as Yobe State on the list. Let's find out what the security situation is like in your state and if you concur with the position of the United States Department of State warning its citizens in and outside Nigeria to avoid traveling to these climes, especially Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe. They are also of the opinion that there was a possibility of an outbreak of violence during the election, adding that the Nigerian armed forces were incapable of guaranteeing the safety of U.S. citizens. And I think that, no doubt, is the zenith of it all, the crescendo of verbal attack on the Nigerian nation, if you will ask me. Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
Welcome to Call Digest. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Dave.
I didn't get that.
Dave.
Okay, where are you calling from, Dave?
I'm coming from Delta State. I was not for the night off. I was trying to make a point.
Okay, please go ahead, my brother.
Why Delta State among the states that were mentioned is that the lack of control, they are in Delta State. So, and the first statement I'm making that if we lost the election, that's going to be violent, that's going to be this and that. So, based on that, Delta State, this election, the way they look at it, if the lost, they're going to be violent in the Niger Delta, and if violent lost, they're going to be violent in the North.
It's all right.
Yes, totally different.
So you seem to...
Yes, especially that Delta State is among the states, not people like lack of control. From that area.
It's all right. I understand you, Dave. You seem to agree with the position of the United States as regards Delta, where you reside, right?
Yeah.
It's all right. Thank you for your contribution. Let's check out for more calls from other regions that have also been listed by the United States Department of State as no-go areas for their own citizens, citing reason that the Nigerian armed forces were incapable or are incapable of guaranteeing the safety of the U.S. citizens. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to Call Digest. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Comrade Amechi, calling from Kano.
Comrade Amechi?
Yes, calling from Kano.
All right. What exactly is the security situation like in Kano, where you live?
Kano is cool, everything is normal, everybody is going to his normal business, everywhere is calm. In the area of security, the security is okay. The security are trying their best to make everything normal. But where there is flow.
Oh, I'm afraid we lost that. but I think you already made your point that Kano is cool, calm, collected at this time, and that obviously not in tandem with the insinuation coming from the United States telling its citizens not to go there at all. Well, you were also going to make certain points. I was going to ask you about if you've ever heard of cases of political violence at all in that area. I think we had a call already from Adamawa. We've gotten one from Kano, one from Warri. We still have Borno, Yobe, Zamfara, and other states to go this morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome to Call Digest. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, thank you. My name is Ogbonna.
Ogbonna, where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Ogbonna.
Okay, where are you calling from, Ogbonna?
I'm calling from Lagos.
From Lagos. Lagos is not on the list now. Why are you calling me?
Yeah, from Mushi, precisely.
From Mushin, you might have to call me back. Mushin is not on my list yet. We'll open the phone lines for Mushin people later on in the course of the show. And guess what? Boloba isn't going to be here today for you Mushin people. But on the contrary, the police authorities are also to deploy officers of Special Force Unit to protect electoral officials and materials during and after the February elections. And I think that that's one silver lining in the dark clouds that the Nigerian authority is given to its citizens, contrary to the position of the United States this morning that there are possibility of outbreak of violence during the 2015 election. And this election is just 10 days away, so it's not like the 2015 elections that we talk about. It's now the February polls that is just some few days away. Inspector General of Police Lyman Abba has directed the unit, which comprises officers and men of Special Protection Unit and Counter-Terrorism Unit to mobilize for deployment. Police spokesman Emmanuel Ojukwu said in a statement that the IG passed on the message at a briefing with senior officers in Abuja. Let me take this call out. Hello, good morning. You're on to Call Digest. Are you there?
Hello?
Hello, can you turn down the volume of your TV set very quickly?
Yes, I'm there.
Beautiful. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Lanre calling from Akure.
Akura is not on this list, Lanre. You might have to call me back. I want to find out people from this list yet, and then after that, we can also open phone lines to some other people outside Nigeria. The phone line, I believe, is on your screen. Let's find out if you are living in any of these states. We already got a call from Adamawa, from Kano, and from Delta State. We're still checking out if we can get callers from Sokoto, Yobe, Zamfara, Katsina, Kebbi, Niger, Plateau, Rivers, Jigawa, Kaduna, Delta. I think we got from Delta already. Bauchi, Adamawa, Bayelsa, Borno, Gombe, and Jigawa this morning. Hello, good morning. Anyone there? We'll get back to the phone lines, but the police spokesman, Emmanuel Ojukwu, also added that the directive demonstrates the readiness and resolve of the police force to ensure hitch-free and credible general elections in 2015. So he's saying no shaking for Nigerians and no cause for alarm. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Bayelsa.
From Bayelsa. Beautiful. Bayelsa is on the list. What's the security situation like there? What's your name first?
The name is Ogunjobi.
Ogunjobi. All right, go ahead with your contribution.
Yes, the place is peaceful. There is no harm. There is no crime now.
There are no armed robberies, no kidnappings, no armed attacks, no political violence. Is that what you're saying in Bayelsa?
Nothing of such. Everything is so calm and the security verification is so fine.
It's all right. Probably the U.S. might have to check that intel again. Thank you very much for your contribution. If you can bank on what you're saying, Ogunjobi from Bayelsa. Okay, 4 is gone out of this list. Let's get, if we can still get some from Sokoto, Yobe, Zamfara, Katsina, Kebbi, Niger, Plateau, Rivers, and of course, Kaduna this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning and welcome to Call Digest.
This Katsina.
Katsina, okay. I believe Katsina is on the list. What's your name?
Laka.
Laka from Katsina. All right, tell me, Oh, I'm afraid I lost that last time. Please call me back so that I can get your position exactly on the security situation in Katsina this morning. We really appreciate you call back, Lassa. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Anyone there?
Good morning.
Welcome to Call Digest Wednesday.
I'm calling from Kaduna.
From Kaduna, beautiful. What's your name, brother?
I'm calling from Kaduna.
I got that. What's your name? Oh, I'm afraid we lost that. Okay. I hope that the network provider will allow us to do this. But I'm talking about security of lives and property before, during, and after the elections. Of course, you recall that the position of the U.S. is that there is a possibility of an outbreak of violence. Well, the judiciary is waking up to its responsibility as regards ensuring a free, fair, and credible election. Yesterday, when the CDN came out to appoint some tribunal heads and telling those judges to stick by integrity in their analysis and in their judgment of cases that might sprout. Of course, it is characteristics of elections to end in the in the courts in this part of the world. Of course, the Chief Justice of Nigeria has warned his colleagues not to be used to truncate democracy. Justice Mahmoud Mohammed says that anyone found wanting would have themselves to blame, and he also used the opportunity of the swearing-in ceremony of election petition tribunal members to hand down the warning. Let's find out exactly what he says.
Let me use this opportunity to sound a note of warning to all judicial officers. Do not allow any politician or political party to compromise your integrity or your future. You must never again be used as tools to truncate our nation's democracy. I assure you that any judge found wanting will only have himself to blame. As the National Judicial Council will definitely not spare the rod in ensuring that the honor, respect, independence of the judiciary is properly protected.
I have a caller from Sokoto State, Pambari.
Yes.
Good morning, Pambari. Pambari, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, turn down the volume of your TV set, Pambari.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Terrific, I'm doing great. What's the security?
I'm here.
What's the security situation like in Sokoto?
Well, I'm sure you are aware Sokoto is the most peaceful state in Nigeria, and our government is doing wonderfully well, and the streets are very normal. Everything is going well, and no hassle. The police are also doing their job completely right, and there's no problem at all. Things are all right, and we are just looking for the peaceful election to come.
No problems at all in Sokoto State. And Pambari believes it's even the most peaceful climb in Nigeria. I just wish that the United States ambassador to Nigeria can be watching the show this morning and also confirm whether their intel is right or not, because these are real-time citizens and telling us what the situation is like in this part of the country, except from the Delta man that feels that it's a normal thing in Warri. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Call Digest. Where are you calling from?
From Kebbi.
From Kebbi.
Yes, my name is Aminu.
Aminu from Kebbi. Of course, Kebbi is on the list. Tell me about Kebbi this morning, Aminu. I'm afraid we lost that. We lost that call, but we already got calls from Delta, Kano, Adamawa, Bayelsa, Kaduna, Sokoto, Kebbi. I think we have Gombe still on the list. We have Bornu, we have Zamfara to go. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Ife calling from Kaduna.
Ife from Kaduna. All right, go ahead with your contribution, Ife.
Yeah, Kaduna is quite calm this morning, and everything is okay around here.
Okay, you think the U.S. guys can come around? No qualms and no...
Yeah, they can come around. Kaduna
It's all right.
is calm. Everything is okay. In fact, the atmosphere here is cool. Okay.
Good to hear that, Ife. Thank you very much for your contribution. Regards to the people in Kaduna this morning. Okay, now let's move ahead on the developing stories. Of course, you can keep the calls coming if you are from one of the states I mentioned earlier on and we've not had a call from your state yet. I believe we'll also love to entertain your own assessment of what the security situation is like in your state. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to Call Digest.
Good morning, Mr. Moon.
Good morning, my brother. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Prince. I'm calling from Imo State.
Prince from Imo. Imo is not on the list now, Prince.
Okay.
Congratulations. Imo is safe as far as the U.S. Department of State is saying. Imo isn't on the list as far as I can see on the script here. Hello, good morning.
It's Shehu calling from Niger State.
Shehu from Niger. Okay, tell me about Niger this morning, Shehu.
Niger is everything is okay.
No electoral, no political violence, no armed robbery, no kidnapping.
We are peaceful and we are happy.
And you are excited.
We are happy to the next election.
Okay, anticipating the election, right?
Yeah, we are really prepared.
It's all right. It's all right. That means that probably U.S. didn't get their intelligence reports right about Niger if you think everything is going fine in that area.
Fine, no violence, nothing.
And you don't foresee any electoral violence as well, right?
No, nothing like electoral violence.
It's all right. Thank you very much for your contribution. Good to hear from you. All right, prior to this time, I believe yesterday we also touched on the topic of postponing the elections. It kick-started from reasons like the inability of INEC to distribute the permanent voter cards and the fear that millions of Nigerians might be disenfranchised. There were also issues, just exactly what the U.S. is saying, or rather, they said yesterday. Gosh, this grammar thing. And of course, there was also the issue of the eligibility of the particular candidates in the ongoing elections. The issues arrive. For instance, there are about 4 cases in court now as regards this topic of postponement. There are people of the school of thought that believe that elections should be postponed and should not come up on February 14. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Sadiq. I'm calling from Kebbi.
Sadiq from Kebbi.
Yes.
We had a call already from Kebbi, but what's the security situation like in Kebbi, in your opinion?
Actually, we are in normal condition in Kebbi, thank God.
No violence?
Yes, no violence, except electoral violence.
Except electoral violence?
Yes.
I see. So you have witnessed some electoral violence in Kebbi?
Yes, of course.
Okay. How bad was it?
Actually,
I didn't get that. Okay. I'm afraid we lost that call. But it looks like someone is saying that everything is fine except for electoral violence. It's amazing the kind of things we see as normal in this part of the world. Maybe one way or the other, the U.S. Guys might not be entirely wrong. So I don't get too excited on the show this morning. But reacting to the issue of postponement, the APC has raised another alarm on what it called plan by the Goodluck Jonathan administration and the PDP to scuttle the 2015 general elections. You recall that in our reports, the PDP hasn't clearly in any medium that I know of come out to talk about postponement of election. They have always said that they are ready than ever for the 14 February polls. Hello, good morning.
Yes. Hello?
Welcome to Call Digest. Where are you calling from?
Yes. I'm calling from Warri.
Warri, okay. Do you concur with what the other man said from Warri earlier? He said that armed robbery is a usual thing.
No, I'm not agreeing with that. That guy is lying.
Really?
Hello?
I'm with you, brother.
Yeah, that guy who said Warri robbery is normal in Warri.
The guy is lying.
Okay, so what is your own assessment of the security situation in Warri?
This situation is very okay. It's very okay.
It's all right.
There's no problem in Delta State. That guy is just talking earlier that, well, it's not, if said robbery and armed robbery is normal. No, it's not true.
It's all right. Thank you very much for your contribution this morning. Good to hear from you from Delta State. The National Publicity Secretary of the APC has revealed in a meeting with journalists in Lagos that there are plans on the way to scuttle the 2015 general elections. And in this recent submission, he also says that the judiciary is currently being courted by acolytes of the Jonathan administration to force election postponement with an objective to establish an interim government.
The non-election proponents are now working hard on their backup plan, which is to force a constitutional crisis that will ultimately lead to their goal, interim government. And the courts and tribunals are the main tools to be used in pursuing this devilish plot. They have re-strategized to procure blind judges to give outrageous and unpopular judgment at election tribunals and courts, judgments that are capable of destabilizing the polity. At the last count, 6 cases have been filed by the agents of those working to scuttle the elections, and we expect more. One of the cases, the Sademola of the Federal High Court in Abuja, on Monday, gave the order for a substituted service in the case instituted by Mags Uzoka against our candidate, General Muhammadu Buhari. In addition to using the courts, they've resorted to lobbying some members of the Council of States to support their clamor for election postponement. We hope the Council, which is due to meet later in the week, will put national interests above narrow partisan considerations and reject the poison chalice of election postponement. We call on local and international observers. We call on the media to take note of the scheming by the election postponement campaigners. This is because if they succeed, observers will have no elections to observe, and the media will have nothing to report except chaos.
All right, well, that's the position of the APC as we got some suspicions here and there. We're hopeful that we'll also get a balance of that story from the People's Democratic Party. Of course, the last I heard is that the PDP says it's ready for the elections and it doesn't know where the news of postponement is actually coming from. Also, yesterday, the Chief of Army Defense Staff, rebuked it and also talked about rumors going around that he is getting set to preside an interim government in Nigeria, and it's saying that's a sham and it's not fair on the kind of democracy that Nigeria is growing at this time. We're also hopeful that all of these insinuations can also be proven so that we just don't make statements that eventually will heat up the polity in time. Well, there actually appears to be no hiding place for INEC as regards this postponing of the February 14 election. And, you know, this might not be unconnected with the ongoing distribution of the permanent voters cards, among other issues across the country. The latest hit is also coming from the civil liberty organization that is accusing the INEC boss, Tahiru Jega, of failing to learn from the past. President of one of the leading human and civil rights groups in the country, Igor Akerega, took this position at a press briefing in Lagos, tagged political violence, insecurity, and state of human rights in Nigeria.
Since Jega was appointed by the federal government, he has continuously assured Nigerians that he has the capacity to conduct free and fair elections. But each time he finishes an exercise, the country gets further embarrassed by the avoidable lapses of INEC. For example, he prepared a budget that was submitted in the National Assembly to capture all his expenditures. That also includes procuring, card-readable machines for the elections. But as it is, these machines have not been tested.
Okay, Laka is back on the phone from Katsina. Hello, Laka. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm there.
All right, go ahead. What's the security situation like in Kaduna State?
Katsina State.
In Katsina State, I beg your pardon, Katsina.
Yes. Katsina is cool. Katsina is healthy. There's no problem. And in fact, Katsina is more safe and secure than even the federal capital.
It's all right. And there are no issues of electoral violence in Katsina. Is that what you're saying?
No, there is none.
It's all right.
The state police command and the security personnel are already on control. The Emirate Council has come out to talk to people, and they have accepted the rulers and the government and those in political contesting for political posts.
It's all right.
Yes.
Great job. We're hoping that that's.
Katsina is calm and cool.
It's all right. We're hoping that that continues during and even after the February 14 polls. Thank you very much for your contribution on the show today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good to hear from you, brother. Well, we got calls from Delta, Kano, Adamawa, Kaduna, Bayelsa, Sokoto, Katsina, Niger, Kebbi. I think we have Zamfara to go this morning. Yobe and Bauchi still on the list. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Where are you calling from?
Calling from Kaduna.
From Kaduna. Okay, go ahead with your contribution. What's your name, please?
Lole from Kaduna.
Lole from Kaduna. All right, go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah, actually, just as the report comes from other states.
Okay.
There's little or no problem here in Kaduna.
Okay.
Yes, because we go about our normal businesses and all that. But then one thing I want you to be also, the United States Secretary or whatever, I guess he's not talking about the present situation. Looking maybe at the situation now and what it may result to maybe during the election or after the election.
Is there no way we can also, Lole, that we can also judge what tomorrow will be like from today? If elections are just 10 days to go, is there no way you can read the political climate in your area and find out whether it will be peaceful or not? Or you are looking at a magical change from the status quo in time?
Well, I believe in God, and I want to look at it. If I look at it truth by faith as a Christian, I will say there is not going to be problem, no cause for alarm.
Okay.
But presently, there is no problem, and we are not wishing that something will happen, maybe in the process. So I have that belief. It's not going to be problem either in Kaduna or any other state in Nigeria. It's going to be the most compared to 2011. That is my own belief.
Thank you.
Then, I'm not making a comment based on what the United States has said. I'm guessing likely they are looking at maybe the previous experiences, maybe in 2011. So
okay.
They're now projecting it to what will happen. So, but I believe they are going maybe to be surprised for what will happen. It's going to be peaceful, I believe.
I think we should surprise them, don't you think, Lole?
Yeah. I'm really confident of that.
I think we should, because there were also unconfirmed reports that at the time the U.S. had, insinuated and predicted a divided Nigeria in 2015. So if this is an opportunity for that to happen, I think Nigerians have the responsibility of surprising the world.
Of course.
All right, you and I have that responsibility, Lole. Thank you very much for your contribution from Kaduna, I believe. Well, let's go to Ibadan now. You recall that we reported that the distribution of the permanent voter cards have been extended by 7 days, so it will be winding up, I believe, on February 8th. So we are also on our way across Nigeria to find out what the polls of the electorate are as regards those who have collected. It looks as if there's a remarkable improvement, no doubt, because INEC also shared a list with us recently showing a remarkable increase from what it used to be before to what it is now. We had states that have had about 70 to 80% of PVC collection. But before we go to Ibadan, let's find out who's on the line here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Mohammed from Kaduna.
Mohammed from Kaduna. We seem to have had enough callers from Kaduna. So you're going to be the last guy calling me from Kaduna this morning. Let me have your opinion on the security situation there.
At this material time?
Exactly.
At this material time, everything is calm and cool. But 3 days ago, there is crisis in Kaduna. Some people are being killed in a convoy of the Excellency, the governor of Kaduna State. But as of now, at this material time, everything is calm and clean.
It's all right.
Are you getting me?
Yes, yes, I am, clearly.
3 days ago, there is a crisis where some news and talks, police shoot some boys when the Excellency, the governor of Kaduna, is go around Bakuria. But at the present time, everything is calm. 2 people have been killed at that material time.
It's all right.
Are you getting me?
Yes, yes, I am.
And 3 days ago, but today, at this material time, everything is calm and cool.
It's all right. Thank you very much for your contribution, Mohammed from Kaduna.
Thank you.
All right, so let no other person call me from Kaduna. We have other places to go, Gombe, Jigawa, Kano. I'm not sure we've had a call from Kano this morning. We have Bauchi, Bornu on the list. We have Yobe. We have Zamfara. Rivers, yes. Amazingly, we've not had anyone call from Rivers. There's also Plateau State on this list. Let's check this call out. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Is there anyone there?
Hello, good morning.
Turn down the volume of your TV set. Can you do that?
I'm calling from Kebbi.
From Kebbi. We already had a caller from Kebbi. But let me have your take as well. What's your name? I'm afraid we lost that. All right, let's go to Ibadan because even with the extension of the collection of the PVC across the nation by 1 more week, hope of some eligible voters in Oyo State appears dim. Of course, many of them are complaining that the entire process is tedious and shoddy, and as well expressing fears of being disenfranchised ahead the February elections. Let's hear them out.
Since last month I have been going, they tell me that I have to re-register. When I ask them where, they will say there is no machine to register me. They told me that I should wait until government decides what they are going to do. My name is not in the voters something and it's not there. And this is the card I got 2011.
Out of 100 people, 80% may not have a voters card, which is wrong. And we are supposed to vote. But they said Professor Jigawa said he's not going to allow the temporary one to be used unless we collect the original one. Well, with the original one, it's not yet collected.
Yeah, we are trying our best. The delay may be from the headquarters, Abuja, but we are just trying our best. INEC are trying their best to see that everybody got his own PVC.
For this rest, it would not go down well with citizens.
It is very, very better that the federal government and state government should mandate it to give people holiday, probably 2 days, and they mandate them to work at weekends. So elections should not be shifted. We are in an eager to vote in Nigeria.
What is the evidence that even if they postpone the election, those that were unable to get their voters' card today will be able to get theirs later? So it's a gimmicks.
Even with the uncomfortable...
Oh, you caught me there. Well, we're going to have to find out what the details are and what exactly other people have to say in other parts of Nigeria. But the man there also has funnily change the professor's name to Professor Jegawa. Well, we're hopeful that all other Nigerians that are yet to collect their PVCs will do so, and that INEC would also up the game just like they are doing. There are about 7 or so days to go. Just about 4 days to go for the collection of the PVCs. If I were you, Patriotic Nigeria is here to get mine. I'll do all it takes, hoping that INEC will also be there for me. The last time we heard from the Lagos State Governor on this issue, it was really parrying. I don't know if you understand what that means, but he was angry really that he was yet to get his PVCs and his PVC, and if he doesn't get that before the elections, he will be forced to use his TVC. Yesterday, he had a closed-door meeting with the resident electoral commissioner in Lagos. We don't know yet whether he has gotten his PVC, but of course, the Lagos Rec spoke with journalists after the closed-door meeting, and is of the opinion that INEC has concluded plans to ensure that all eligible voters are not disenfranchised during the poll.
What we've done is to make arrangements locally to ensure that the cards are available for collection at the various polling units across the state. Our appeal to Lagosians who have not collected theirs and who did register either in 2011 or last year, 2014, is now to come out to collect their cards. They are now as closest as they can be made available to them at their various homes near where they're going to vote, or exactly where they're going to vote on election days. So we urge them to find the time to also come out to collect the cards. We're also appealing at this moment to the Lagos State government to help us consider maybe declaring a public holiday on Friday or so, to also enable people who are busy with work to come out and collect these cards.
Resident Electoral Commissioner there, Akin Orebi, who is of the opinion that preparations are in top gear in Lagos by INEC, and also it is also important for Lagosians to go out, those who are yet to collect their PVCs. Because on one hand, where people are saying we are there, we didn't see our PVC, INEC is also saying we have lots of PVCs here and no one is coming here to claim them. So INEC says it has offices in all 776 local governments across Nigeria. All you need to do in the next 4 days is walk in there, exchange your TVC for your PVC, because it looks like that's what you will vote for, or vote with rather, this February. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is...
I'm afraid we lost that. Or are you still there? Still reacting to the plot to postpone the elections, you heard what the National Publicity Secretary of the APC said earlier. Our foremost Islamic scholar, Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, has also faulted alleged plot coming from some quarters as regards postponing the general election scheduled for this month. He wants the INEC to go ahead and conduct elections because, according to him, a 100-year extension would not make the election flawless. And that reminds me, while I was still in school as an undergraduate, you know, a lot of things happen, like probably strike or thereabout. The moment the moment exams are like 1 week to go, you start praying that God, let them extend this exam like another 1 week so that I can prepare well for it. But you know, I've always discovered that it doesn't matter how long they extend the papers or the examination, it is still the level of preparedness that you have put in all along that really matters. Because the moment you now get the 6-month strike or you get the 3-month strike, it really does not affect your attitude. You probably will just go and play. Many are of the opinion that INEC had 4 years, and that was just enough, especially what this foremost Islamic scholar is saying. He's also saying that INEC has improved while urging Nigerians to be patient with the election management body. The Islamic scholar also urged the 2 main political parties to make conscious efforts to avoid a repeat of the post-election violence of 2018. 11. Okay, if you've been following us on Twitter, there's a very exciting list that we dropped for our Twitter followers, and that's why it's important that you follow us on Twitter. There are many things you're not seeing on TV that you might just find on our Twitter handle. But I believe yesterday one of the special advisors to Mr. President also dropped what he called his predictions on how Mr. President will win in 2015. A lot of polls coming up. I'll also show you what another polls look like. But this is Doyo Okupe's presidential poll prediction, and is of the opinion that this is how the election will go this month. In Sokoto, it says, well, of course, Mr. President, we have 40%. In Kebbi, 40%. Zafra, 45 to 50%. Kano, 40. Kaduna is 50. Which other one is there? Katsina, 25. Jigawa, 60. Bauchi, 25. Gombe, 40. Yobe, 20. Bornu, 50. It goes on and on like that. But let's look at where he gave Mr. President the high mark. Taraba, he believes, Mr. President, we have 70. Kogi, 70. Plateau, 70. Benue, 60. Abia, 80. Anambra, 80. Imo, 70. Enugu, 80. Ebonyi, 80. Akwa Ibom, 80. Cross Rivers, 80. Now, 80 is plenty here. Edo, 70. Delta, 80. Now we're coming gradually to the southwest. Edo State is an APC state, but Doyo Okupe believes that Mr. President will have 70% there. Delta, 80. Bayelsa is 80. Then in the southwest, Lagos, 60. Ogun also 60. Oyo, 60. Osun and Ondo. Okay, I believe he was wise to remember that it was only in Osun State that Ribadu won in 2011 to give Mr. President 40 there, and he believes that with 60 to 65% voters turnout, President Jonathan will win the popular votes of between 2 to 4 million votes. Lots of predictions coming up. This is the season of predictions. You better predict now, because after February you won't be able to predict rightly. There's another survey that I have to quickly show you. The Lagos survey is also out. This time around, it's coming from the NOI polls. Remember the NOI polls? And this recent survey was conducted for ANAP Foundation by the NOI polls on the Lagos State governorship election. And this poll is predicting a tight race, actually, between APC's Akinwumi Ambode and his People's Democratic Party counterpart, Jimmy Agbaje. It shows a marginal 5% point lead for Ambode, with 25% of surveyed respondents pitching their tents with him. The results also shows 21% of them having a presence for Agbaje. So it's saying that for now, according to the predictions, it's Ambode 25, Agbaje 21. But it didn't stop there. This poll also was careful to add that about 50% of those polled are undecided on their choice of candidate with a few weeks to the February 28 election. So the survey results also show that both candidates have strong support from eligible voters across all age groups. So if this prediction is anything to go by, I think that indeed all the political parties have a lot to do in their own preparations for the February election. All right, let's move away quickly from there and find out if there are other developing stories. This has to do with your welfare. Of course, the federal government has confirmed bird flu is now in 16 states of the Federation. Supervising Minister of Health, Kaliru Alasan, disclosed this at a press briefing in Abuja. He added that health officials have been sent to affected states to examine people who may have been exposed to affected farms and livestock markets. Hello? Hello?
Now, it is about the 16 states of the Federation. So this is what we have said, and already since then, the response plan has been activated. This is mostly agricultural issue, right, that affects mostly poultry. Of course, there's always human near the poultry. And we have taken samples from all these areas where we have outbreak, and not a single case of human being has been found. So we continue to sensitize. As we said, part of the plan is to reactivate the various components we used to have, the human component, the agri component, and information, so that they come back to where they were.
It's all right. Just got a call from another caller from Delta who's of the opinion that things are relatively peaceful in that part of the country, and is also saying that it is important for political parties at this time to join hands together and educate their followers as we get some violence-free preparation ahead the February polls. Now, don't forget that the course we took this morning, or that we are taking and we're still going to take, do not in any way validate the real situation in this part of the country. It's just one person out of millions of people in that state, one person living in one area who probably won't be living in all the areas in the state, and that we must also bear in mind before we make our judgment. But the bottom line is the list that was released by the United States. We had about 18 states there on the show this morning. We've gone through about 10 states. Time would not permit us to go through all the states, but I think that also has an economic value for the viewer of the show, that if the single show can provide callers from more than 10 states, then this is the place to bring all your advertorials to. I mean, this is the place. Yeah, there's no other place. This is the place to build your advertorials to. And I believe that you can get the numbers on the scroll bar to reach us and let us know what you have to offer Nigerians. At affordable price, we're going to sell you to the Nigerian nation. We also have viewers actually outside Nigeria, and let me quickly intimate you that if you can't watch us on your TV screen, maybe you don't have light or something, you can watch us from anywhere in the world on your mobile device or on any internet connection that you have. All you need to do is download the Wahoo TV application. It's WAWOO TV on your Google Play Store, or you can also find an alternative link on our Twitter page where you can download the Wahoo TV. Just register with your name and your email address. You'll find many stations there. Under the news corner, there are Al Jazeera and Core TV News. Click on Core TV News, and guess what? You'll be seeing me smiling to you on your TV set. Not a TV this time, on your computer or your mobile device. Let me see if we can take one more call before we go for a commercial break. And when we come back, we'll find out what the top stories are today on some of Nigerian newspaper. We're looking forward to host one of the special advisors to Mr. President on the show this morning. He says his schedule is tight, but if he can make it, we'd love to have his opinion, as we also debate. There's what they call debating the debate. There's a debate ongoing about the APC stance of boycotting a second debate proposal in a row, and of course we would love to find out what the PDP's perspective is on this. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Mike from Port Harcourt.
Mike from Port Harcourt. Oh, good to hear someone from Rivers State. Tell me about what the security situation is like in Port Harcourt.
Yeah, the political situation in Rivers State is cool for now, but I think a couple of days there were this prediction of leading governorship aspirants, and since after the prediction, we have seen a little violence escalating, well, mainly from this ex-militant group. Some of them claim to be loyal to one political father or whatever. But it's okay. There's a prediction that the APC candidate for now is leading the prediction. But since after former militant or repentant militant, they call them, attacking the APC supporters, claiming all sorts of things. But for now, I think for today, it's under control. Believing God that before the end of today, the security situation will improve. Just that the police situation here, the police is not every matter. I must tell you that the police is being partisans in River State. It's just being partisans in River State. If they really step up to address the issue the way it's supposed to be, we will have peace in this state completely.
It's all right. Thank you very much, Mike, for your contribution from Port Harcourt in Rivers State. I think we must put this in proper perspective. What they call predictions or polls are not really... people have not gone to the polls yet. All of these predictions are subjected to various factors, so it must not in any way instigate violence. Rather, it should inspire you more to go out and vote, whether to validate the prediction or otherwise. Anybody can even manipulate predictions. How did they come about the figures in the first place? So why should we kill ourselves or wound ourselves over a simple prediction? Let them say whatever it is they want to say, but let us get our PVC and let us vote our choice. That's exactly the primary responsibility of the average Nigerian. I am Nifemi Oguntoye. We'll take a short break now and we'll be back with more. Stick around with Core Digest. Don't go away.
Has it been a difficult task for you to purchase exquisite, classic, durable and sturdy furniture that will last the test of time? Here is good news for you. Purchase high-quality furniture for your household, offices, hotels and schools at Prince Interior Furnishing and Furniture Company Limited. Office address, Goshen Plaza, Showroom 28, Kubo Furniture Market, AYA, Nyanya Road, Abuja. Telephone 0803-119-1444 or 09291-7482. Email princeemeka240@yahoo.com. info@princeinterior.com. Website www.princeinterior.com. Purchase your furniture at Prince Interior Furnishing and Furniture Company Limited. Classic, strong, exquisite.
Glad to have you join us another edition of The Political Arena, the most detailed and incisive political show.
You will see all sorts of politicians, even those who cannot manage their homes. We tell you to let them manage your lives. Look well, shine your eyes.
So stomach infrastructure is a way of life. Even if I cannot do anything, and I continue to help your stomach so that your life will keep on going. So my style is without apology. Stomach infrastructure is a way of life for me.
I should ask you, what is going right in this country? Is it education? Is it security? Infrastructure? Is it healthcare? What is going right? Absolutely nothing.
We mean to win Lagos. PDP is going to win Lagos in 2015. And that means that everybody must be on board.
INEC has colluded with the presidency, the opposing party to rig this election from the data to the end.
The successful conduct of free, fair and peaceful elections in Ekiti is a good omen for the subsequent elections to come, and the 2015 general elections must be the best.
The good, bad, ugly and beautiful sides of the Nigerian political system. Join me every Sunday at 9:15 p.m. on Core TV News.
Nigerians encourage corruption, cites University of the Punch newspaper. Nigerian Government Forum calls for Okonjo Iweala's resignation. Page 2 of the Punch newspaper.
The Dailies, every day on Core TV News.